Hey, it's Aunt Fanny, and let's talk about doing some field trips, discovery days, and things like that that we could take our homeschoolers to during the school year. So, after our first year of doing homeschool, we have come up with some really great ideas, some things we've done, and some things that are still on our to do list. But today we're going to talk about group activities. So, one of the things that I found to be a wonderful resource is Facebook homeschool groups, whether it's a co op group or just a homeschool gathering group or a homeschool moms group, whatever it is, if you can find events that are already organized, get in there, check the events pages, and find these events and try to get signed up with them. Now, they fill up fast depending on the area that you're in. And if you can't find those groups or the groups don't have events, if you're an organizer, maybe it's your job to get these things organized. And it'll allow your kids to be able to get into places that they wouldn't normally be able to get into if you're going to take just one or two or three kids, that some of these places require you to have a larger group so that they can go through and do a tour or a lesson or a teaching or whatever as an entire group and not as a onesie twosie type situation. So take advantage of these Facebook groups for homeschool, co-ops, mom groups, whatever it is that you can possibly get yourself involved in, and check for events. And if the events aren't there, if you're an organizer, then go ahead and create some events and drum up some excitement for these other moms to be able to bring their kids so that your kids can experience things that they wouldn't normally be able to do. These businesses or organizations require that to be tours and things to be done as a group. So if you can sign on and find an event already scheduled, great. If you're an organizer, create a group, create an event, work with those administrators on those Facebook homeschool groups and create them. So some of the things you're going to want to do in order to create a group, of course, is to contact the facility, find out how much it's going to cost, find out when they're available, what is the minimum amount of kids needed to create a group, what is the maximum amount of kids, find out when those days are available, and just get it narrowed down and then put it out there. And if there's the planetarium and several of these group events in my area were waitlisted within a day. So many people are interested in this. And that trip was amazing. I want to say it cost like $1 a piece. I don't even know if that was really for the planetarium or if it was actually just like a let's ensure that you're actually serious about going and we're not just filling up our list and then show up on that day with only 10 people instead of the 15 that we told the planetarium we'd need. You know what I mean? So create a group or get in with a group and get it all scheduled out. And the first thing is if you have a planetarium anywhere in your area, usually they're going to do those as a group. So if you can sign on and find an event already scheduled, great. There's also observatories sometimes in your local area. Really think outside the box. If you've been driving by something forever and you're like, you know what, I've never actually gone there, maybe it's time to schedule a trip. Another idea, number 2, is plays. We went to a play at the college, and it was a musical. And what they did is they did a matinee with the local elementary school, and then they allowed for homeschoolers to be able to join and sign up and have a little seating section. So that was awesome. I would not normally take my kids to a musical. I'm not really a musical type person, but I'm so glad I did. It was a great experience for us to do and get out of the house and experience culture and experience an atmosphere that we just normally wouldn't choose for ourselves. I loved it. The other ideas we have, number 3 is an opera. Number 4, the ballet. Those groups have all been organized through events through our Facebook groups. I have not attended either one of them. Now, number 5 is the local police station. This tour we did go on, and it was amazing. And it was another one that was waitlisted very quickly. There's a lot of interest in families going to visit a local police station. The kids were able to go through the vehicles, the armored vehicles, pet the canine, talk to the officers. The parents at the very end ended at the dispatch room, which was amazing for us parents because I don't know about you, but I was very curious about how does that work and what kind of calls do you actually take and what are the hours and what happens when you get multiple calls coming in all at once, like I just had so many questions and the other parents did too. It was a great tour. And again, other ideas are number 6 would be a post office. If you can organize a group and have a tour of a post office, that would be an excellent way to do that. I know that we had one lesson where around Christmas time we made cards and we mailed the cards out. And so the recommendation was take your kid to the post office and actually do the mailing through the postal clerk, or take it and put the mail actually in that big roller drum. And so this would easily go along with that lesson. Any factory tour, like here locally, we have a cheese factory. I think that would definitely be a very educational thing. Look around as you drive by buildings, and are there companies that maybe that you're interested in finding out? Give them a call, see if they'll organize a tour. The other one is a food bank. What about going to a food bank in order to help out on a day that you're helping out and distributing the food, or just simply walking through and showing the kids what the community does to help other members of the community. What are the needs? What are the types of things that come in and go out? And where can we help? There's so many different things that kids can learn from visiting a food bank. The other one is we live in Idaho. In Idaho, a lot of our electricity comes from the water. We have dams on our rivers, mainly the Snake River, which is like a big smile across the state. And at those dams, there's these giant turbines that create electricity. And several of those dams will actually offer tours at certain times of the year. Excellent way for kids to learn about electricity and water and all the stuff that comes with that. The next thing would be, of course, a fire station. Again, another one of those things waitlisted very quickly. Now, the thing that I would say, if you can coordinate with going into a local fire station, which the benefit to that is there's usually several fire stations, more fire stations than police stations. At least there are in our area. So if you can coordinate a time to go to a fire station, the kids are going to absolutely love it. The firemen love giving tours. It is such a fun and upbeat visit and tour. The thing you need to be aware of is that if the firemen get a call when you're scheduled to be there, you're either going to have to wait for them to get back or reschedule, because they can't hold people back to do tours if they got a call to go out to a house fire or a car accident or whatever it is. So definitely just be aware that that is a possibility, that you may have to wait for them to return or reschedule the event altogether. So I believe that was 10 group activities that you can coordinate with either your homeschool co-ops or homeschool moms on the Facebook groups, or if there's not a lot of moms out there creating these events, you be the one. Find somebody in your co-op or your homeschool group, or somebody that has the personality that likes to organize these events. Such a great way to get your kids in to really great places for them to learn. And if you can coordinate it to do these field trips at the same time that you're studying certain things in your curriculum, even better. So I hope that this helps you, and please look forward to our other videos. I'm going to do one about free field trips, and then another one that does cost, and they're a little bit more expensive, but we're going to look for discounts and coupons and just analyze, make sure, are these things that we just really, we need to budget for these things because they're that important and they're that educational and it's fun. So please like, subscribe, follow, whatever it is on your social media, hit all the buttons, do all the things, support my channel so that I can continue to grow and share my knowledge as I go through and I learn different things about travel hacking, homeschooling, homesteading, DIYing. There's so many things that I have learned over the years that I'm so anxious to share with you. There's some things that I'm learning how to do that I'm so curious to share with you.